Yo, what is good, yo? G2PO Grayson here. Man, it's looking like Street Fighter 6 is coming closer and closer. I don't know if we're gonna see it tomorrow. It's just now the rumors are starting to come up. Who knows? People just trying to get us hype, but I have a theory now that it has to be Street Fighter 6. Obviously, I feel like that's the only thing that makes the most sense now. Obviously, I thought of the RE stuff. I thought of DLC with RE8, but I feel like now more than likely is the right time to start doing this. I recently looked back at the old showcase for Luke, and something they did say at the end of that announcement was that the future of Street Fighter or the future of Capcom will be shown to us soon. And that has been a couple of months now. And now we're here on this countdown. I can only imagine that this countdown has to be something big like Street Fighter 6, right? I don't think Capcom would do anything else due to pretty much Street Fighter 5's launch not being the best. Obviously, the game is a lot better now, but they want to perfect their main fighting game first before they start trying to dabble in other things. And I think the future of Capcom and Street Fighter obviously is right here. And I really hope they do a fantastic job with this game. I have a couple of wants that I have for this game. I really hope that they mix in Third Strike and 4 characters again. I think 5 was at this cool in between. It was after Street Fighter 4, I believe, but before Third Strike. They're always before Third Strike. I don't think they're ever going to get to that point, but wherever this takes place, I kind of want to see these characters be a little bit more aged since it is the future, quote unquote, of Street Fighter. I'm not saying I want to see old man Ryu, but I would like to see some gray on Ryu. And Hot Ryu has to be the default costume for Ryu because I just feel like it makes sense. It looks cool. It works. Another thing that I really think about is the roster size. Now, a lot of people say that the roster doesn't need to be that big. I disagree. I think a fighting game should always have 20 to 25 characters on a roster. Even if it doesn't have that many characters, if the game is so unique, it could work. But I feel like in a game like Street Fighter 6, it should have a lot of returning characters that people have been wanting for a very long time. And obviously the new characters have to have some space in there as well. And I really would like to see some Street Fighter 5 characters like Rashid come back. And I think Ed has to be with Neo Shadowloo now, so it has to be in the game. You can continue off those characters, make us like those characters a bit more. And I think that would be a interesting balance right there, because now you have the Street Fighter 5 characters with the old characters and the Street Fighter 4 characters. It just works so well. It sounds so fun. Imagine seeing Viper C, Abel, and also seeing Alex in the same game. Stuff you will never really see in the older games, or maybe Necro and Dawson. I don't know how they're gonna work that out because some similar archetypes, but they can make it work. Hey, we have Shotos, right? There is a Shoto style. Maybe there can be multiple characters that have a similar play style, but a little bit different as well. You know me, I like to play the evil Ryu type character. I've been playing that man since Street Fighter 4. And what's kind of rough is that I believe the end of Kage, or the Satsuno Hado that is within Ryu, is gone. So I don't know if we're ever gonna see that evil type character come back. Maybe if they do Violet Ken, you'll see me play Ken. No, just something about the edgy style of the Shoto. And I think the way they made Kage was just like such an interesting take on a Street Fighter character having an air dash, or teleport, whatever you want to call it. And anime combos, it was just so unique and different. It almost as if it didn't look like Street Fighter. It's like he was playing Dragon Ball when he had V Trigger. So yeah, that's me. I'm gonna have a character crisis. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. I'm kind of in a bad predicament right now, but I don't care because Street Fighter 6 might be announced, and I think it's gonna be so exciting. I really desperately want this game to be a fantastic game, because Street Fighter 5's launch actually made me so angry. I was so upset because I went from being so hyped. They had so many betas that actually functioned, and then when the game came out, terrible. I couldn't believe the netcode. And I could tell you pretty much everything everyone says about a bad online. I obviously want a good online. Make sure there's the CFN thing again. I think that's an awesome concept where I could watch somebody play the best character with best player with this character. Those things are a lot more interesting, and it keeps you feeling more engaged, I guess, and it also makes you feel like you could be a part of the community a lot easier. A lot more communications. I know people are toxic nowadays, and imagine if you give all that power. But obviously there are things like blacklisting and blocking and all this stuff, right? So I would like more of the CFN style, how they did in Street Fighter 5. That's pretty much all I could really say. We all want single player modes. Have the arcade mode ready. You know, make sure those things work. Make sure both players can choose whether they want to go back to the character select screen or a rematch. Like, make sure that is the thing that happens at launch. Like, there's a lot of weird inconsistencies, kind of makes the game look unpolished and unfinished. But I'm sure Capcom has learned from their mistakes. The renaissance is beginning on the fighting game side of things. I believe it, but we have to wait and see when it comes to Street Fighter 6, because this is their baby. This is pretty much their game that we're all interested in seeing, and this is going to bring so many new players. I cannot wait to see the mixed communities from other fighting games play this game, because that is the new era of the FGC. I think it's so awesome to see, and it brings a lot of hype. I'm counting on you, Capcom, man. Please, Street Fighter 6. Let's go.